In 1932, a family medicine cabinet did not look like a cabinet at all. It looked like a pantry shelf. Dried peppermint in a paper sack, elderberries in a jar, a bottle of castor oil, a tin of salve, honey, vinegar, onion, garlic, willow bark, comfort leaf, and a handwritten book filled with cures that came from mothers, midwives, neighbors, and long winters without a doctor nearby. Some of it was useful. Some of it was harmless comfort. Some of it was dangerous, and nobody had a warning label to tell them. But here is the part people forget. Those remedies did not disappear only because medicine improved. They disappeared because once a home remedy became a product, once a neighbor's bottle became an online listing, once a kitchen claim became treats infection or cures cancer, the old household world collided with modern law. This is the story of 20 forgotten home remedy skills that modern regulations pushed into the shadows. Number 11 was once sold as a miracle mineral. Number 6 can burn through healthy skin. And number 1 explains why an entire household apothecary vanished in less than a century. Number 20, kitchen cough syrups. Before cold aisles and childproof caps, cough syrup often began in the kitchen. Honey, onion, lemon, horehound, molasses, sometimes whiskey, sometimes herbs that had been hanging from the rafters since summer. For a family, these mixtures were comfort. Warm, sweet, familiar, and easy to make when a child was up coughing at midnight. But the moment a bottle leaves the kitchen with a label that says it treats cough, bronchitis, flu, or infection, it can stop looking like food and start looking like a drug claim. The old remedy did not need a barcode. The modern marketplace does. Number 19, elderberry winter syrups. Elderberries were a winter ritual. Families cooked them down into dark syrup and kept the bottle near the stove. It tasted like survival, fruit, sugar, spice, and the belief that a household could prepare for sickness before sickness arrived. Today, elderberry products are everywhere, but the line is narrow. You can sell flavor. You can sell tradition. You can sell general wellness if the rules are followed. But claims about curing viruses, preventing disease, or treating serious illness bring FDA and FTC attention fast. That is the modern shadow, not the berry, but the promise attached to it. Number 18, alcohol herbal tinctures. A tincture was the old way of saving a plant season. Roots, leaves, bark, or flowers sat in alcohol for weeks until the liquid turned dark and bitter. A few drops went into water. A spoonful went into tea. The bottle lived on a shelf for years. The skill itself is ancient. But selling tinctures creates a tangle of categories: dietary supplement, food, cosmetic, drug, alcohol product, or something else entirely, depending on ingredients and claims. An apothecary bottle can cross the line with one sentence on a label. If it says supports relaxation, that is one world. If it says treats anxiety, that is another. Number 17, drawing salves and poultices. A poultice was the medicine of people who had cloth, heat, plants, and no urgent care clinic. Bread and milk, clay, plantain leaf, charcoal, mustard, comfrey, slippery elm. Every region had its own version. The goal was simple: soothe the skin, warm the chest, cover a sore place, or draw out what people believed needed drawing. Modern medicine asks harder questions. Is the skin broken? Is there infection? Is the ingredient sterile? Could it delay treatment? Is the product claiming to heal wounds? Once a poultice becomes a packaged salve with medical promises, it enters a different century. Number 16, fever teas. Before thermometers were trusted in every home, people read fever by touch. They brewed teas from boneset, yarrow, willow, peppermint, and other bitter plants. Some were meant to make a person sweat. Some were meant to calm the stomach. Some were simply warm liquid when nothing else could be done. But fever is not just discomfort. Fever can be a sign of infection, heat illness, or a condition that needs immediate care. That is why selling a tea as a fever treatment is not the same as selling a traditional beverage. The old cup carried a family's hope. The modern label carries legal responsibility. Number 15, homeopathic bottles. Small pellets, tiny droppers, Latin names, extremely diluted ingredients. Homeopathy lived for generations in the space between folk remedy and pharmacy. People kept little kits at home and reached for them the way others reached for tea. But homeopathic products marketed in the United States are still drug products, and the FDA now uses a risk-based enforcement approach for products that raise safety concerns. The bottle may look gentle. The claim is what makes it serious. Number 14. Comfrey Remedies. Comfrey was once called knit bone. That name alone tells you how people used it. Bruises, sprains, sore joints, rough skin, and homemade salves all gathered around this plant. But comfrey also became a warning story. Certain compounds in comfrey can harm the liver, especially when swallowed, and modern safety guidance treats it with caution. So the plant slipped into a strange place, remembered by herbalists, avoided by many regulators, and no longer simple enough for a casual kitchen label. The old name promised healing. The modern question is dose, route, purity, and risk. Number 13. Willow bark pain teas. Before aspirin tablets, there was willow bark. People chewed it, simmered it, and drank it for aches and fever. It was not magic. It contained compounds related to the chemistry that later helped shape modern pain medicine. But chemistry does not become safe because it grows on a tree. Pain relief claims, bleeding risk, drug interactions, children's fever, pregnancy, ulcers, and dosing all turn a simple folk tea into a medical issue. This is where modern medicine did not erase the old remedy. It refined it, measured it, and put it in a tablet with warnings. Number 12. Essential oil medicine cabinets. 100 years ago, families used strong-smelling oils, liniments, and rubs for almost everything. Camphor, eucalyptus, peppermint, clove, wintergreen, lavender. Tiny bottles with powerful smells and stronger reputations. Today, essential oils are sold widely. But when sellers claim an oil treats viruses, infections, pain disorders, depression, or chronic disease, regulators can treat those claims as drug claims. There is also the hidden danger of concentration. A drop can be more powerful than the plant it came from. The old remedy was a smell in a room. The modern product is a claim on a screen. Number 11. Colloidal silver. Silver had a reputation long before antibiotics. People used silver vessels, silver nitrate, silver dressings, and eventually bottles of tiny silver particles suspended in liquid. To some households, it became the cure-all that medicine had supposedly forgotten. But modern regulators have been blunt.